kind of guy.
50, look at the famous picture that Doofis made. I was dying of laughter yesterday to no avail.
Well, you can laugh at
what's
it.
it at?
It
I
just
don't
makes you look
know.
silly.
So you like his picture, 50?
Where's the picture? I'm looking in debate chat box.
No,
49
it's the wrong
after the
server,
hour.
dude. Yeah, that's the wrong server. Go to Geo's server, one we're in, and live stream one
What the
text.
fuck? Fuck am I? I'm sorry. Had a couple beers.
Yeah, the one I most recently tagged you in.
Okay. Okay. So let's see here. What am I looking at? 1049. The one with the drawings.
Yeah, tangent, drop, chord, and hump are color coded for you.
Let's see here.
They're
okay.
color coded for you.
That looks about like something I'd draw, so I'm very proud of Doofus.
Okay,
Right,
so
that's
where's
my
the hump
finger on my
here,
cell
50?
phone.
Where's the hump?
Where's the hump? The hump is the blue arrow.
The blue arrow?
Yeah, that blue arrow in his drawing.
So how is it blocking the view between A and B?
Well, they're like 20 miles tall, so it's not.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult in this scale.
Okay, so
I
you're
mean,
saying there's an
picture
actual
people
hump of
not being
water
giant.
there.
There is. I used to go deep sea fishing, and it would take minutes before everything would disappear. Minutes.
Okay, so I just want to be clear. You're saying that there's a hump of water between A and B, causing the obstruction. At what distance would you say?
Well, at every distance. It's just to scale. It would just scale with the distance.
So if they're like 10 feet apart, there's a hump blocking the view?
Well, it's not blocking the view because I'm like 6'6". So,
Right.
it
If you listened carefully to what he said it scales, and it scales with distance. So if everything has to scale, that includes your observer altitude.
yes.
Yeah, but doesn't the water have to be above your head for it to block you?
It would
Because
be.
you're
Yeah.
looking down.
Oh yeah, you're looking down. Exactly.
What do you mean you're looking down?
You're looking down. So to look
A is
at
looking down at B, and B is looking down at A.
So
from
they're
their
both looking
from their
down, even though one is clearly higher.
Yes. 2D up directions are not the same as the up direction on the surface of a sphere.
2D up directions? What's that?
Right? Don't use what direction up is on your screen to determine what direction up is for each person, because each person's up direction is away from the surface of the sphere that they're standing on.
And I want to know 2D
up directions.
And I want to know how I'm tagged with
I
color
explained it.
coded
It was fine.
pictures.
Oh
Color coded tag pictures to 50.
Hey,
huh?
hey Doofus.
Quite the
What
team.
What observations have you done to prove Earth's curvature? The Earth has curvature. What observations?
Well, I
have you
can
done?
at least definitely give you an image right now, if you were willing, of the horizon having curvature.
Yeah, but
So the
before you do
horizon-
that, can you please, because we can't brush over this. This is new territory. 2D up
It's not
direction.
new.
What does that mean?
The direction on your screen does not correspond to the up direction for each of the people on that spherical surface. I already explained it, but you made me say it again. That's hilarious.
No, I never heard that before.
Well, his drawing.
Really? I mean, that should be obvious, or at least implicit on the drawing.
Yeah, his
Buster,
Yeah,
The
Doofus.
fact that you never thought of
Doofus.
that makes a lot of
Buster
sense. Why
jumped
you're
on it
using
right
that as
away,
an
guys.
argument.
Buster jumped on it right away. He said 2D. Even before I thought of it, he's like 2D up direction.
He's just talking about the drawing. He just means
It's like you know those pointer dogs when they see something.
Everybody everybody loves 2D. I get it. You guys love 2D. Your spherical geometry, 50 spherical. It's 2D. Great.
I can't draw for shit, so I'm lucky to get a 2D drawing out. Or you're lucky to get a 2D drawing out of me. So
Well,
that's the
Doofus
best
did
you're
it for you. He did the 2D up
Yeah.
Sorry, what was it again? I can't even.
2D up direction.
2D up direction. He drew it for you.
It looks. I mean, it looks pretty decent. It looks pretty decent. I
What?
don't have.
Oh,
Yeah, I
you're
explained it twice now. If you want me to go ahead a third time,
a
you
2D
go
up
fuck yourself, I
direction.
guess.
Yeah, I would love to hear more about that.
I mean, if you heard the rest of my statement, you wouldn't love it.
This
Go
is new
ahead.
ground, Doofis.
Yeah, you're pioneering 2D up direction.
I mean, as long as the surface is curved somewhat, they have to look down. The only scenario in which they look straight at themselves without looking down is if the Earth was flat.
I think you're mixing up 3D and 2Ds, but Doofus has got a 2D up direction.
I'm kind of tipsy too, so I might be wrong. Don't tell my
All
wife.
right, we'll try it a third time, even though you weren't listening the first two times.
Yeah, go ahead,
The up
please.
direction on your screen in the diagram does not correspond to the up direction for both A and B simultaneously. They are standing on a surface where up is away from the surface.
And how do you define the surface?
The thing they're fucking standing on in the picture, man.
Define the surface.
I don't have to define the word
the
surface to you
Yep,
in order
you
to
do. Yes, you
describe
do.
what's going on in
Define
the image.
surface.
If you
Define
want
the
to play
surface.
word games,
Define
you are
the
not
surface.
going to be able to do it here.
Define the surface.
No.
Yes.
That black line they're standing on.
Define the surface.
He said no.
You got two answers. I mean, he said no, but before that he gave a pretty short description. So
yeah,
did
2D
50.
up direction. Now define the surface they're standing on from their 2D up direction.
Yeah, you're purposely trying to misunderstand it. I get it.
No, I'm not. I purposely do understand it.
See, Bacon figured out what I meant.
Well,
50 figured out what I meant.
Oh,
yeah,
great.
everybody else here that seems to have was listening to what I was saying.
Let's take a poll.
Everybody else that was here listening to the words that I was saying seems to have. Everybody else that was here listening to the words. Everybody else that was here that was listening to the words that I was saying seemed to have figured out what I meant by what I said. It was only seems to be a problem with you and SE. Why could that be?
Because you. Go ahead, Gio. Sorry.
Just real quick, what's the problem with defining? You seem to be sidestepping defining what you're talking about. Why is that happening?
I'm not sidestepping anything. The diagram shows you where those people are standing. That surface. Up is away from that surface. The diagram, the up direction in the diagram on your phone screen does not correspond to the up direction for both A and B. This doesn't require further explanation.
That's a
Kind of does.
I mean, if you wanna argue that there's no evidence or that the observations don't match the Earth, I mean, that's one thing. But not understanding this like simplest possible diagram of what a sphere is just like a I don't know. I can't believe that.
There's a huge problem, and you can't believe it because he said 2D up direction. Now your sphere
he was referring to the
sorry. Go ahead.
Image.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I just
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm done. Go on.
Oh, sorry. His 2D up direction has a problem because he has a surface that he also has to define.
No, you can see them standing on it. I don't have to define it and play your game.
You do have to define the surface because we hear all the time the definition of a surface. Now define the surface.
No, it's right there. You can see it in the image. That's what they're standing on.
There you go. That's all.
Again, we can play this game if you really want to, but the diagram is very clear. Okay. Gio, do you have a problem with the explanation that I gave just a moment ago?
Buster, be honest. Do you really think you have an argument by asking Doofis to define the surface?
He said a 2D up direction.
What do you think that means?
It's up.
No. What do you think he meant when he said 2D up direction? What do you think he meant by that? Because like it's pretty obvious to me. No. In the drawing, what does 2D up mean?
Okay, what does he mean by 2D up?
Hey, Yeah, he already explained
The
very
A
clearly.
and the B is up, right?
No.
Would that be the vertical?
No. Yeah, you didn't get it. I mean,
It's
that's just
relative.
the up of the picture, right? So you have a image, a picture, right? An image, and it has a grid of pixels. You have rows and you have columns, right? And as you
So
you
we're
have
looking at a 2D image.
yes, and then you can go up and go down in respect to that grid of pixels, right? That's
Okay.
the 2D up that he was referring to. Has nothing to
Okay.
do with the drawing.
What about
applies,
the surface of the
applies to
sphere that
any
you guys
picture.
argue for? What about the surface of the sphere you guys argue for?
Yeah, that's
What is
something
that?
completely independent of the up of the
It
picture.
is not completely independent because he's depicting the surface of a sphere, but then saying a 2D up.
Oh my fucking god! You can't be that dumb.
No, he's willfully not doing. He's willfully not getting it. He's choosing not to get it. It's fine.
Oh, hey, that's
I mean,
okay.
it doesn't make sense for you not to get something as like as. I mean,
So
there's
you can have
no
a
way
2D
you
up,
can
but-
shove it on your face more
Well, let me
than
ask you
it's
this.
already done.
Bacon. Let me ask you this. Can you have a 2D up, but then have a 2D surface?
Up
Jesus
is in
Christ, dude.
oh never. I mean, you can't be serious. You can't be
Yes,
serious.
I am. Answer the question. Can you have a 2D up? And
Nobody
have a 2D
needs to
surface?
answer your damn question. The up
Doofis,
direction
calm
on the
Ooh,
image.
we
The up
hit a
direction
nerve.
on the image. The up direction on the image. I'll say it one more time. The up direction on the
Please.
image does not correspond to up for each A and B. They have their up relative to the surface, which differs from the up direction on your phone screen.
So you're
Noted.
saying
Now he was talking to Bacon, not you.
But that's the
somebody always
answer.
has to come in.
That's
It's
the
okay.
fuck. It doesn't
Bacon,
change. No matter how many
Doofus.
times you ask the question, does
Doofus.
not change
Hey,
the
Doofus,
answer.
you
If
need
you
to
want to
calm-
keep asking the question over and
Doofus.
over again, it still doesn't
Doofus,
change the answer.
Doofus, you need to calm down, sir. I mean, lower your voice.
I just posted a diagram that should help you out if you're truly having trouble understanding this.
No. I'm looking at Doofus's diagram. That's all
What?
I'm worried about. He said 2D up.
Yeah,
He said it. 2D up.
yeah. So I drew it on his diagram. I took his diagram and I drew something.
Oh,
on it.
well, let me yes, please. Let me check this out. I'll go back. I'll go down to yours and look at it.
I
Please.
just posted 1103.
That's that. Okay. What about the surface?
I don't know. I don't know what you mean.
Are we only dealing in 2D?
That's the hump, man. And
Uh,
when you
you know-
guys gonna learn that a fucking sphere is 2D when you look at it through its slice? I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, this dude. If you ever examine anything, like I'm not trying to
Wait
be
a minute. 50.
Don't, I hope I,
50. Let's go back to yours. Number 12. Read your number 12, please. Or I won't even do that. I'll read it for you. Your
Is it
number
bad?
12.
You're talking about the zenith angle. Some smart ass told me that, and I didn't verify it. But I believe he's correct. But the zenith angle might not be the proper terminology.
No. It's not that. That's not it at all. I got to scroll. Oh, good God. I don't even know where I got to scroll back to find it.
Hold on.
Can you repost it again?
What
Yeah.
the hell?
Right. It requires you to use the two angular measures, latitude and longitude, along with the time of day UTC and the time in the period of the season, whether winter, summer, or equinox, or whatever, in order to figure out where the zenith angle of the sun is at any given moment, which requires you to
found it.
use spherical
I found it.
trigonometry to do it.
No. I found 50's thing. 12. You can use
Yeah, I
spherical
know. I was in the middle of
geometry.
explaining it when you cut in. That's fine.
Yeah, but you're talking about a 2D surface that you wanted to obfuscate.
No,
earlier,
I was
but now you
definitely
wanna try
talking
to
about
define
number
it.
12, the thing that you asked about
Yeah,
while
spherical
you cut
geometry
in.
to
But it's
discern
fine if
the
you
zenith
don't want
angle
the
of the
answer to
sun.
the thing
I
that
do,
you asked
but I was
about.
talking to 50.
It's fine if you want to
and
cut
you
in
wanted
on
to get
that.
in it again.
Doofus, you need to calm down. Just lower your voice.
Well, if you
calm down.
could go ahead and like act like an adult and not cut in when you are getting the explanation you asked for.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to 50.
Yeah, it's number 12, right? The thing I was explaining.
Not to you, to 50.
That's 4
Okay,
times
so
we told
if
you
I'm
now.
already
He's
in the middle of
talking to
explaining
50,
it and
not
then you cut
Doofus.
in, that's fine, right? It's fine if you want to blot out the explanation just because you want to
need to
have
lower.
It's
You need
okay.
to
You
you
lower
said
want
your
to have
voice.
control of the
it's
need to
room.
okay.
calm
You
down,
said
Doofus.
something
You want to
stupid.
control the room
You
such
said
that
something
somebody
stupid,
who
and you
is
went
Please
not
lower your
over it.
explaining
voice.
it at the
Quit
moment that
projecting.
is being explained.
You're projecting, sir. Quit projecting and lower your voice. Thank you.
I mean, he did do it.
I mean, you guys are not letting him speak though.
Doofus, I did ask you what
Ooh,
observations
no
have
one's
you
gonna
done
speak anymore.
what observations have you actually done to prove curvature of the Earth, Doofus? I did ask you that. What did you say again?
Let's
But I could
completely change the
definitely, at
subject.
least for this moment, give you an image, a photograph of the
So
horizon having
did you
curvature.
take the photograph? This is an
Yes.
observation you've done.
Yes.
So you've taken the observation yourself.
Yes.
And so the observation to back up curvature is a photograph, correct?
That is a series of photographs. Yes.
Okay, so when I ask you what observations have you done to prove Earth curvature, for you to prove Earth curvature, all you had to do is take a photograph.
A series of photographs, and specifically, if you want to ask exactly what is depicted within the photos, that is the curvature of the horizon specifically.
Okay, so the observations you've done to prove Earth curvature is a series of photographs.
You keep changing the words I'm using, even though I keep correcting you. It's really interesting.
So you didn't take a series of photographs to prove Earth curvature.
And you changed it again. God, you're dishonest.
So you did take a series of photographs, and through the process of taking series of photographs, you've proved curvature, correct? Hello?
I mean, I don't have to deal with you if you're not going to actually listen to the words that I'm using.
Well, I asked you a straightforward question. What observations have you done to prove Earth curvature? You said a photograph, and I said a photograph. You said a series of photographs. That's it. All I'm asking you is what observations have you done to prove Earth curvature? Your claim is photographs, a series of them.